Okay guys, we're almost at Aviodrome, where we'll do the workshop today with airplanes, radio stuff, and it's gonna be awesome. And of course we're gonna take you behind the closed doors for the Aviodrome workshop. Okay, I'm with Chaim and we're walking through Aviodrome to spot some locations, and as you can see, beautiful airplanes, more like a museum. So I think we're gonna go mostly for the outside locations, because this is a little bit cramped. But it's still fun to see. I love my job.
Gezichten. Welkom op Aviodrome. Complete locatie over ons. We doen veel.
Okay, using two Rangers, one with the blue gel, one with the maxi light, our model in a plane, and we actually have a quadra over there mimicking the landing lights. Guys, we're back home after an awesome day at Aviodrome, and here are some of the images that I want to share with you. Now we still have to retouch them, these are straight out of the camera, but this was actually the first setup, and we used all natural light here, and the only thing I did to light Nadine's face a little bit more is actually use a lume cube on a selfie stick, and that just works wonders in situations like this. And here we have another one. Love the view you see through the windshield. And of course the angle here a little bit more up, and a little bit of expression always works great. It really enhances when you see this, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's actually the simulator where it's almost landing, and now it looks almost like she's crashing. So we actually made a joke that you can park the plane. Okay, so of course the color checker, very important. If you use normal strobes or daylight, or you just want perfect colors, just use those color checker guys, they're really important. And this is outside with one of the planes, and I just love reds. Reds are incredibly eye-popping in some images, and in this case it really works. So we use one maxi light with a grid, and we actually found that there was a little bit too much light fall off, so we actually removed the grid to create these images. And look at the styling and the posing, it's amazing to work with a model that's that versatile. So really cool shots. low angle of course, and of course then I'm going to show you high angle, but you know what I mean, right? All these shots are pretty low in their angles. Okay, so this was actually inside a Boeing, and it's pretty dark on the camera, but it's okay on the screen, and I love the leading lines here. We used beauty disc with grit in this shot. And of course an Aviodrome Quadra on the lowest setting, because you have to compete with the ambient light. Now you can use strobes like the Rangers, but they give a lot of power. And actually the Quadra you can put on a second channel and it will give you just a little bit of light output. So that really works like a charm here. These were all shot on ISO 640 to mix the ambient light. Now this was the final shot, and our friend Chaim actually got the idea to use a light over here in the plane, where it's normally the landing light, and it worked out amazingly. And this is one of the most important things that I always tell people: listen to your crew, listen to people that have ideas, because sometimes, especially when I'm teaching, you just miss stuff, and in this case, absolutely great solution. Really made the shot way more powerful. And in this case we actually used one Ranger with a maxi light and a grid in this case on Nadine, and of course the landing light. And I wanted a little bit more than just this, although this is already pretty cool. So we started adding some other stuff, as you can see in the next shot. The next shot. You see, I got a lot of images from this set that I really like. Now, I don't know if we're going to retouch all of them, but probably a few. Okay, so let's see. Here we started adding a blue gel. So now we're using 3 strobes. We actually also changed the position of the strobe from the front to the side. So the strobes are now actually placed somewhere here, just out of the frame. And we use 1 blue gel to give a little bit of a nice feel to it. And the normal strobe, of course, to light Nadine's face. So the blue gel is actually a few, well, it's not, I think it's 2 stops below the main light. So it's not a lot, but it just gives a nice hue to the image. And of course this one, love the lens flares here that you get with an extreme wide angle. Awesome shots. And of course the posing really helps. I want those lines in the shot, and then it helps if you have a model that can really pull those poses off. And finally, of course, a little bit more of a weird angle from the top down. Okay, so that's it for today's episode of Behind the Closed Doors. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again tomorrow, because tomorrow we have the Halloween workshop, and that's gonna be scary. Okay guys, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.